performing roller coaster show.
You want to see that, didn't you? Let me give you an idea of just what to expect on the tour today. In a minute, we're going to leave the theme park behind and take you inside the working movie to make the destruction caused by the dinosaurs look real, so that when they were added in later with digital animation, the result would be entirely believable.
Oscar for Best Actor in the movie. And just before that, we heard everybody's favorite Play Catch with Your Dad movie, starring Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones. And now, here's a couple of classics.
Driving through our Universal movie timeline, tracing our film history.
Development.
What's development?
Yeah.
Well, that's the stage of the project where the filmmakers come up with an idea for a movie.
Sides of buildings. See, facade is a French word that means false front, and fromage is a French word that means cheese, but I digress. Now, we don't do a whole lot of maintenance on these facades, and we're not shooting on them, so a lot of the buildings you're going to be seeing today are going to look real plain looking. They're not going to have any curtains in the windows or signs on the doors. We do that to son Marty Jr., his daughter Marlene, and even a distant relative from the 1800s. Courthouse Square gave an equally to build an entire portion of a city inside of a soundstage. That's exactly what we've done inside of this one coming up. Have those cameras ready.
Just a path of destruction continues east, causing thousands of people to fall. Police admit that they are powerless to stop the enraged beast. Military units are rushing to the scene. The beast was last sighted near the 200 block of Old Fulton Avenue. We now go to live coverage on the scene with our helicopter reporter, Kelly King.
We're now hovering above.
Tree. He is going to take us on the road that goes directly behind the bridge, so you'll be able to get a great shot. Oh my goodness. All right, third and fourth cars. Let's, hello. You don't remember when your parents made you take those swimming lessons. Good morning, all. The only bridge in Hollywood that can put itself back together like so. Pretty slick, huh? Now, Alan Smithy, by the way, was a real filmmaker. Well, sort of. He had his own biography. And even several fan clubs all around the country. But we're about to move. Folks, please stay seated. The tram is still moving. We're about to move from the... And she was not too happy with where she found it. And don't worry about that raptor, folks. She's more scared of us than we are of her. Look at her. She's scared stiff. And this fog that you're seeing is created by a device called a lawn fogger, which you push around like a lawnmower, and it dispenses fog at the touch of a button. Now, on a show of hands, how many of you have been on the Jurassic Park River Adventure? Not just today, but ever. All right. For those of you who haven't, I should let you know, parents especially, you got to be 46 inches tall to ride that, so you may want to check your kids' heights before. When we need to shoot a scene of varying weather conditions, Mother Nature needs a little help. And when she does, we call on our special effects team to help out. Now, you start with some thunder and lightning. Now, the lightning is created by flashing giant light bulbs on and off, like you're seeing on your left. Stuff like that. But don't worry about it, folks, because if we were in any real danger, we'd hear a distant rumbling sound. Kind of like that, folks. You better brace yourselves, because here it comes in straight for us right now. It's a flash flood! As you can see, folks, some will be more than others. With the right weather effects, we can even fool Mother Nature. And we can create a storm that can upstage El Nino. That's how we flooded scenes for The River, starring Mel Gibson and Sissy Spacek, as well as Fletch Lives, which starred Chevy Chase. In fact, this flood set plenty of action. Now, every true Western had to have a scene where the hero got into a big fight. Now, you guys know what I'm talking about. Guys getting grabbed. The chairs are made of a lightweight material called balsa wood. The walls are made of foam rubber, and the windows are made of a flimsy breakaway material called candy glass. And I want you to keep all that stuff in mind as you watch this.
You're just going to stir things up here.
New York Film Academy rocks. There's a model sub sitting on the lake right now. Now those spikes are there to keep the birds off, and apparently they don't do too good of a job. In fact, I've heard some people say that that duck is standing on the poop deck. Anyway, that ship was used in the Oscar-winning film U-571. Take a look at this clip from U-571. See if you can pick out the model boats and the real ones. Fox's History of the World Part 1 with Mel Brooks. Pick up any personal belongings you don't want getting wet, and if you're currently standing up, I need you to please... Thank you, Frank. By the way, as Swell Smart was in that movie that Don Adams tricked about 5 tourists into jumping off the tram and into the water on your left hand, looking at that water, I only hope that those actors got hazard pay. Now, folks, we're about to approach Europe. Done here. It was all done on location in Europe. What do you think of that revelation there, Empress? Oh, not good. How about you, Emperor? Oh, that's not good either. That's right. More movies need to be made in Hollywood. Darn it. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I mentioned the world's literally just around the corner here on our back lot. Today we're going to prove that. Europe was built in 1929 for the film All Quiet on the Western Front. That got us our first Oscar for Best Picture. Little Europe was also used in New Line's Magnolia, Disney's Geppetto, DreamWorks' The Mexican with Brad Pitt, and also The Scorpion King, starring The Rock in the title role. That'll be coming out April 19th. You won't want to miss that. Now, folks, you can't talk about Universal Studios, especially Little Europe, without talking about monster movies. After all, we did invent the genre with such classics as Dracula, Frankenstein, and The Wolfman. A lot of those were shot in part. That movie was shot right inside here. Now, this is a hot set, which means it's all prepped up and ready for filming. In fact, if you look on your left, you'll even... That's not what I think it is out there. Well, I'll get that guy out the only way I know how, by impersonating Walter Matthau.
Get out of there, you schmuck! Are you out of your mind, you stupid fucks? Get out of there!
What the... Oh, no. Well, that guy had guts. And there they are. Okay, well, obviously our guys caught a shark, not the shark. Take a look out in the middle of the lake. We got a yellow buoy out there with some bait attached to it. Let's see if the shark takes the bait. Keep your eye on the yellow buoy in the middle of the water. Yes, he's got the bait, and he's got the dock as well. Hang on, everybody. Well, that's something you don't see every day, unless, of course, you're me. The right-hand side of the tram. Shark! Alrighty, folks, we're about to enter. First of all, you just survived an encounter with Bruce. It was built on that scale for 2 reasons. Number 1, so that when Anthony Perkins stood in front of it, he would see more. Actually was. Folks, please stay seated. The tram is still moving. You know... a building that was used in Jurassic Park 3, currently available on video and DVD. Now, I should probably tell you, Steven Spielberg did not direct Jurassic Park 3 this time around. Oh, no. JP3 was actually directed by a guy named Joe Johnston. Now, Joe Johnston...